July Charter signing ceremony, Chief Advisor, political leaders signed July National Charter. Clash between police, July fighters, protesters blocked Dhaka Chattogram Highway in Feni. Demand for house rent hike, MPO teachers begin hunger strike. National Consensus Commission amends 5th clause of July Charter after protests. CEPZ factory fire brought under control after 17 hours. Clash over July Charter signing, 10 injured, July fighters admitted to DMCH. Protesters at Farmgate demand formation of Noakhali Division. Suicide attack kills 7 Pakistani troops near Afghan border. Mahia Mahi announces return to acting. Women's World Cup, Australia crushed Bangladesh to move into semi-finals. Hello viewers, this is SM Sharmin Jahan and you're welcome to Daily Sun. Here are today's top 10 news stories. Interim Government Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus, along with leaders of various political parties, has signed the July National Charter. They signed the July National Charter 2025 at 5 p.m. on Friday. Earlier, the ceremony began at 4:37 p.m. with the national anthem. Members of the Advisory Council, leaders from various political parties, and members of the National Consensus Commission were all in attendance. Former leaders and activists of the anti-discrimination student movement blocked the Dhaka Chattogram Highway in Feni on Friday afternoon in protest against the clash and subsequent baton charge of police on the July fighters in the capital city, centering the July Charter signing ceremony. The protesters staged a blockade on the southern section of the Mohipal flyover around 2:45 p.m., demanding state recognition for students and citizens injured during the July mass uprising. Teachers of non-government MPO-listed institutions have launched an indefinite hunger strike to press home several demands, including an increase in their house rent allowance. The hunger strike began at 2 p.m. on Friday amidst rain as part of their ongoing movement for better facilities. Earlier in the day, the Alliance for Nationalization of MPO Institutions suspended its previously announced March Towards Jamuna program, announced by its member Secretary Principal Delwar Hussain Azizi. The National Consensus Commission has amended the 5th clause of the pledge section of the July National Charter 2025, incorporating key demands raised by July fighters during recent protests. Vice Chair of the Commission, Professor Ali Riaz, said the 5th clause of the Charter's pledge has been revised to reflect the demands of July fighters following discussions with them and consultations with political parties at the South Plaza of the Jatiyo Sangshad Bhavan on Friday. The devastating fire that broke out at a factory in the Chattogram Export Processing Zone (CEPZ) was brought under control after 17 hours of frantic efforts, the fire service said on Friday morning. A total of 25 firefighting units from several stations managed to bring the blaze under control around 7:15 a.m., said Joshimuddin, Deputy Assistant Director of Chattogram Fire Service and Civil Defense in Agrabad. At least 10 July fighters were admitted to Dhaka Medical College Hospital, DMCH, after being injured in a police baton charge during a clash near the National Parliament area on Friday. However, none of them were reported to be in critical condition, said police officials stationed at the hospital. A group of demonstrators staged a protest at Kamarbury intersection in Dhaka this evening, demanding the formation of Noakhali Division. Around 5:30 p.m., the protesters were seen chanting, "We want Noakhali Division," near the entrance of Manikmia Avenue. Army personnel were deployed in the area and stopped the protesters from entering the avenue. 7 Pakistani soldiers were killed in a suicide attack near the Afghan border on Friday, 17 October, Pakistani security officials said, amidst a fragile ceasefire between Islamabad and Kabul that caused days of intense fighting between the former allies this month. The South Asian neighbors engaged in fierce ground fighting, and Pakistan also launched airstrikes across their contested frontier, killing dozens and wounding hundreds, before they reached a 48-hour truce that is due to end at 1300 GMT on Friday. Jazz Multimedia announced yesterday that Mahia Mahi will star in a new action film called Antorjami, directed by Shoikat Nasir. After a long break from acting, Mahi will return to the big screen in this highly anticipated project. Her last film appearance was in Baidul Alam Kokon's Officer in Charge. Mahi started her acting career in 2012 with Jazz's film Bhalobasha Wrong, which made her an instant star. She acted in many hit films under Jazz, including the popular Ogni series. Australian skipper Alyssa Healy hit an unbeaten 113, her second century in a row, as holders Australia booked their spot in the semi-finals of the Women's World Cup with a crushing 10-wicket win over Bangladesh on Thursday. Healy and fellow opener Phoebe Litchfield, unbeaten on 84, hardly put her foot wrong as Australia romped home to their victory target of 199 with 25.1 overs to spare in Visakhapatnam. That's all for today. Thank you for staying with us, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. Have a good night.